What's up, guys? Stephen One Boy Thompson.
It's the IBF champion, Earl Smith Jr.
This is Cynthia Champion.
Hi, this is Michaela Mayer.
This is Derek the Black Beast Slows.
This is Daniel Miracle Man Jacob. Shout out to Kendrick and Matt.
And you're listening to the Slip and Dip podcast
With your boy Kendrick and Matt.
And you're listening to Kendrick and Matt on the Slip and Dip podcast.
Slip and Dip podcast. Kendrick Johnson, Matthew Wells, coming at you from Dallas, Texas. We have an action-packed show. You just heard him just like 5 seconds ago. Mr. Bomb Squad himself, Deontay Wilder, will be in the house making a return to the Slip and Dip podcast. We also got Angela O'Kill Hill, UFC strawweight, and our man UK Jim, Mr. Jim Edwards, one of the best MMA journalists in the game. Man, I'm pumped up, man. That intro, if you ain't feeling that intro, you just don't like music.
Yeah, man, it's pretty tight, isn't it? It's pretty dope. Yeah, man, I love our intro. I love our show lineup today. Yeah, Deontay is always an incredible interview. Same with Angela, funny people, but intense. They know the game. They know what's up. And of course, our boy Jim, who I can't believe it took 62 episodes to get him on, but hey. He's finally here. He's finally on to talk about UFC 227 and a couple other things. But yeah, it's going to be a great show. I'm really looking forward to it, man. But let's talk, before we get into all these interviews, these fantastic interviews, let's talk a little bit about what happened.
Before we do that, not to cut you off, gotta thank our fans, man. Most downloaded and listened to episode ever in Slip and Dip history. Thank y'all for your support. We trying to grow the show, and y'all helping us do that. Can't go without pointing that out. Most downloaded and most listened to episode ever last week with Daniel Cormier and Sage No Cut. So salute to y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for listening. Thanks to you guys for watching. Thanks to you guys for subscribing to the channel. We do appreciate it. Hit over 100 subscribers on the channel. So, man, making the show grow slowly but surely, but we're getting there. We're climbing up. We're creeping up on you guys. So thanks for joining up. Yeah, man. Real quick, let's touch on what happened this past weekend. Fox card. UFC Calgary, incredible card with names across the board. I can't believe the ratings were so low for this card.
Crazy. What you think about that, man?
It doesn't. I don't know. I don't know what to make of it, honestly. Johanny and Jacek. When you have Johanny and Jacek, Jose Aldo, Jeremy Stevens, Dustin Poirier, Eddie Alvarez all on one main card, and you tell me that card doesn't rate well on TV ratings, I don't know what to make of that. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Nah, not at all. Well, like I tell y'all, other MMA journalists, there's more sports in there. Get real. Just saying.
Yeah. So yeah. Hell of a fight card it was. Johanny and Jacek gets it done against Tisa Torres. I think a lot of people expected her to get the win, right?
Yeah, but I don't think they didn't expect it to be as easy as it was.
Yeah.
I did. I wasn't surprised.
Yeah. It was Joanna being Joanna again, getting back to what she does best. Takedown defense, looking incredible. Then we move on to Jose Aldo, tapping into some vintage Aldo there. With
was it
finish.
vintage? I never. He got a vintage result, but I never seen him go to the body like that. He looked like he was Earl Smith to Canelo. Like I had to listen to that body shot like 3 times. It's like felt like Jeremy Stevens got shot. I was bop. I'm like, woo!
Yeah.
But props to Jeremy Stevens for staying up 30 seconds, fighting it out.
Yeah, he did his best to
Most people are instantly down.
His body wouldn't allow him to continue.
No, his mind wanted to continue, but his body wouldn't let him.
So he got it done, man. He got it done. Jose Aldo looked incredible, and of course the main event: Dustin Poirier, Eddie Alvarez. Oh man, incredible! Once again, the 12-6 elbow rule. It's so unfortunate that this thing had to rear its ugly head again. It's the stupidest rule in all of combat sports.
I thought maybe I'm a novice. I thought if you didn't hit in the head, you could do it.
No. It's a 12-6 elbow from ceiling to floor. Any 12-6 elbow is illegal, which is so dumb. So dumb.
I can understand if you hit somebody in the head like that, but he didn't hit him in the head, so I thought it was legal.
No, it's exactly. That's how dumb the damn rule is, and it's crazy because you can throw a 12-6 elbow when you're on your back. It's just as long as the clock is on the wall. If you're throwing it from ceiling to floor, it's illegal. But if you're on your back throwing it horizontally at the guy's head, it's legal. It just doesn't make any sense. And you know, it's the dumbest rule in all of MMA. And you know, it's it's just unfortunate that this thing, like, you know, we kind of talked with Angela about it a little bit, and it's a rule that everyone is universally opposed to, but for some reason we can't get this rule changed. Yeah. Doesn't make any sense.
Hats off to Alexander Hernandez. Had a great account of himself. He beat OAM in pretty, I won't say easy, but it was a very definitive fashion. He dominated the rounds that he won easily, and I don't think a lot of people thought, I thought people thought it was a 50-50 fight. They didn't realize that he was going to be able to rise to the occasion and have a versatile attack and do what he did.
Yeah, man, I agree. And hell, the whole card was incredible, man, and I'm just really concerned with these ratings, man. I really am. Hopefully it doesn't get... hopefully this isn't a recurring theme. Hopefully it's just a
blip on the radar.
Yeah, hopefully, because when you stack a card like this and people aren't tuning in, there's something to be concerned about. So, you know, we'll find out.
And on the boxing side, man, I had an action pack. I'm trying to be like my man, Mr. Wells, and watch some prelims. I watched the prelims. I watched the main card, and then I flip over to Showtime and watch Mikey Garcia handle Robert Easter in a unanimous decision. I don't know if you saw the fight, but that third round, he throws a beautiful right, hits him with a left right on the chin, and puts him on his ass. But as good as the win was, everybody wants to see him with Lomachenko, which boxing politics, it ain't gonna happen. But my man Mikey Garcia got on that mic and he called out Detail's finest, Mr. Earl Spence Jr. Bruh, that's why they got weight classes. He's a great fighter. Mikey Garcia is a future Hall of Famer, but you gonna bite off more than you can chew if you sign that contract to fight Mr. Spence. It ain't gonna work out for you, bro. We'll go.
Yeah. No doubt, man. Yeah, I saw the highlights. I didn't see the entire fight of that, but yeah, I agree with you on everything you just said there. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Big J MMA commenting, looking forward to you guys hearing Deontay. Heard he was supposed to be working on Fury fight. That would be awesome. Deontay will KO him. I agree. And we'll to hear from him.
The Tyson Fury fight makes sense. He's a lineal champion. People forget that. But you're not going to come off your couch, fight a couple of tomato cans, and beat Deontay Wilder.
Yeah.
In America. No, it's not happening, bro. It's not happening. His will go too if that fight gets situated. I just hope yours truly be there. If it's anywhere in America, I will be there on the scene, breaking it down, how he fell on the canvas.
Yeah, no doubt. So let's get into these interviews. All the people out there watching live on YouTube, we definitely appreciate it. We appreciate the comments, all the likes and subscribes. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this. We're gonna talk to Deontay Wilder, then we're gonna hit up our boy MMA Jim, Mr. Jim Edwards, and then Miss Angela Overkill Hill, and that will be episode 62 for you guys. Once again, thanks for all the views and all the comments and all the love that you guys show us. We just try to bring you guys a great show week in and week out, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. Anything else before we talk to Deontay?
Nah, man. Just like I said, we appreciate the love, man. We got a lot of momentum trying to bring you fresh stuff, and we only growing the show like we keep talking about. Next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna have the ball. You get the call segment full time. Look for it.
There we go. All right, guys. Deontay Wilder. We're gonna hit you with this, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Please welcome to the Slip and Dip podcast, Mr. Bomb Squad himself, making his second appearance, WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay, the Bombs Bomber Wilder. Thanks for coming on again, champ.
Man, anytime. Thank you for having me. You doing okay?
Yeah, yes, sir, man. Appreciate seeing me and Deontay chopped it up at the ESPYs. He promised he'd come back to the Slip and Dip podcast. We start the show for everybody that don't know where Bomb Squad come from. This is Mr. Bomb Squad himself. Let's get straight to business, man. Is it true everything going good with the Tyson Fury negotiations, or is that just a rumor? I know you like to put the facts out there, so we're trying to give you the platform to put them facts out there.
I mean, everything is going great, man. It's a lot of things going on. It's a lot of rumors going on as well, too. You know, we're working with a lot of people, you know, and things are going good. It's talks in there. Is people coming together, people scoping out the map, you know, and we're moving from there. You know, we're doing things like we want to do it. You know, this is my career, and we're running like we want to run it. Everybody got plans for what we should do and how we should do it, but they're all wrong. We do it how we want to do it. This is my career. I do it how I want to do it. Just like my opponent told me, they're doing them. They doing them, and so here is we doing us, and um, and that's what it is. So you know, we're moving forward with what we got to do, and then hopefully we can come around and make the big fight. And so now, you know, this is what we're doing.
How do you casually just shift your focus from one opponent versus that big looming fight that Joshua that everybody want to see? It's just like another day at the office, because we know at the end of the day you want to be that undisputed champion. So you know you have to see him. He knows he has to see you. Do you think it's rather sooner than later, or it's going to happen sooner or later, regardless of all the politics and all the craziness? Because I don't know nobody walking away for $50 million. That's not scared of somebody. I'm just saying. You can hit me for $50 million, Deontay.
Yeah, most definitely. A lot of people think that way, and yes, we just you know, we didn't want to just continue to keep focusing on that situation, because that was a long drawn out situation. There was a situation that went on for 3.5 months, and nothing was done, nothing was accomplished, and you know, feel like everything went in vain. When we tried to do everything, we tried everything possible to make that fight happen, and they just didn't want it. So, you know, we had to move on. You know, we had to. They was moving on as well too. They didn't want to fight. They didn't want to fight in the beginning. I just wish they would have just said, you know, just said their plans. That we just didn't want to fight. We wanted to do this. We're trying to do this, and we're trying to do that, and that's just it. You know, it's simple. I know this game calls for a lot of guys to hold their egos and you know, want to be this type of person and don't want to feel like, you know, they look like they're running, they're not scared, so they try to bring another narrative and different things like that. But, man, you know, it is what it is. This is the fight game, and anything can happen in this sport. And so, you know, just be who you are. Just be real. Just be straight up. You know, if you ain't ready for a person, just give it to the people like that instead of building up a soap opera and just trying to play it out, but being a bad actor or actress in your own soap opera. So, you know, man, we had to move on. We had to move forward. But I think this fight will happen one day soon, and when it happens, it's going to be a great fight. I'm going to do exactly what I said I would do, and I'm going to knock him out.
No, matchup-wise, I mean, you know, obviously everybody wants to see the fight against Joshua, but matchup-wise, you know, considering the differences between him and Tyson Fury, I mean, as opponents, how do you compare those two?
Well, as opponents, I mean, it's easy. Both of them are two. I mean, it's easy to tell those two day and night. You know what I mean? With Fury, he's more outspoken. You know, he almost like me. He speaks his piece. You know, he don't let people string him along. He's not always politically correct. And he just, you know, like I say, he tell it like it is. And he's very tall. He's an awkward fighter. And he's always up for a challenge to get ready to come and fight. And that's what I like about Fury. You know, that when it's time, he will get in that ring. When it's time, he will talk a good game. When it's time, you know, everything will be as it's supposed to be. You know, we will come together and we present a great fight. This is a fight that me and him we've been at it for years, man. It's been like well over 5 years, and here it is now. You know, in our eyes and many other people's eyes, Tyson Fury is still the unified champion. He's still the lineal champion. No one has beat him. He's still undefeated, you know, and he's still the champion. Joshua is just holding the belt. We all know this, you know, and that's what we like about that's what we like about it, and that's what we like about him. That he can still talk He's coming back, and he's still a champion, man, at the end of the day. So he's in the mix.
And Deontay, if the fight does go through with Tyson, where would it be at? Would it be in Vegas? Will you go, because we didn't see you in Vegas since you got the belt, or will it be in New York, your new home away from home at Barclays Center?
Yeah, most definitely. It'll probably, if that showdown will ever happen, it'll definitely be in one of the two places, Vegas or New York. I would love to go back to Vegas and do my thing, and I haven't been there in a while, so I would love to go back to Vegas, visit Vegas. But it's so much going on, man, at this point in time, and but it's so much excitement. It's so much excitement going on, and I just can't wait. I can't wait to announce the next opponent and just get in the ring and just perform for my fans and the people that enjoy seeing me the most.
How's it feel in the last year or so, besides knocking out people and putting people on memes like Stavern and Ortiz, that you become a major crossover star in the big scope of things? Like, we at the ESPYs, man, people were tripping out that you knew each other. You were that guy everybody's trying to get. How's it feel to have that crossover appeal that people talk about, but you're actually making it happen?
I mean, it's a good feeling. I just try to stay true to myself and try to be who I am. You know what I mean? Like I said, I know who I am. I know what I stand for. I know what I represent. And as a black man, I must lead by example. You know what I mean? I must be able to show these people that they can do it, that they can make it, and as making it, they can be themselves along the way. They don't have to act a certain type of way because they're around certain type of people. They could come as they go, and they can leave as they please as well too. And that's what it is about me, man. I love to have fun. I love to enjoy myself, and I love to enjoy. I enjoy talking to people, no matter who they are. And that's what I do. Every time I see you, you see me speak, and be able to we'll be able to talk like we've known each other for years. And that's just me. That's just part of being a champion as well too. Being able to be a people's champion. The champion has to be accessible to people. He has to be approachable for people to come up, children to come up to greet him and meet him. And size him up like a lot of people does. It's a must, because with a guy like me, with a vicious knockout right hand like I got, and the determination and the will I go on in the train to transform into the bronze bomber, man, he has to have some type of balance. And that's what I have. I have the balance. I'm glad I can switch it on and off. And I just love people. I love being around them. I love interacting with them, and and when it's time for me to fight, I love for them to tune in and give me their support, because what I go in there and do, I give everybody what they want to see each and every night, and there's somebody to get to knock the fuck out, and I give them that.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So I got to ask you about this picture that you have on your Twitter with LL Cool J and Dr. Dre, man. This looks like some kind of judging panel that looks like they're pretty critical about everything going on. So what was the deal with this picture here?
Yeah, man. Dre and LL, they're good guys, man. Dre invited me over to the studio, man. We just chopped it up. We just chopped boxing and stuff like that. Dre is a good guy, and LL wanted to come over as well too, and chop it up with me as well too. So we all got together and we were just chopped up. We had a lot of good conversation, a lot of good fun about boxing. As you may know, or if you don't know, LL is a big boxing fan. He's like a historian. He's a huge boxing fan. He enjoys the sport very much so, and he's very aware of what's going on in the boxing scene. I was very surprised. I was very surprised and amazed that he knew so much that was going on in the boxing atmosphere and inside the industry of it. It just let me know definitely how much he keeps up with it, and he know what goes on. He know a lot of names of fighters that a lot of the just the regular casual fans don't even know. So That's how I know he stays into the sport and he listens. He knows what's going on. You know all the details of little different things, and it was amazing, man. It was amazing to be around him, and of course the conversation about Joshua was definitely discussed. You know, in the room, and you know, everybody just wanted to see it. Everybody is woke. Everybody see what's the big picture. Everybody just want to see the fight, man. At this point in time, man, you know, it is what it is. You know, it was dragged on for so long, and now people are tired. You know, they're just tired of seeing the back and forth. You know, everybody knows this is a 50-50 fight, and they want to see the fight. They want to see this 50-50 fight where it's two undefeated guys going in and putting their life on the line, and both guys can come out handsomely, you know, and come out fairly. And that's what people want to see at this point in time. You know, it's been so many roadblocks of putting money and this and that's involved, but at this point in time, people are getting sick and tired of hearing the same thing. They just want to see a great fight. And but you know, we discussed a lot of more other things, and you know, and that was it, man. We had a great conversation about a lot of things, and we enjoyed our night.
That leads me to my next question. D, are you tired of hearing Eddie Hearn trying to pick your fights like he's your promoter? He wants you to fight Dylan White, and he's supposed to offer this $8 million. He wants you to fight Derek Chisora. Are you tired of this man trying to be your promoter?
Man, I don't know what Eddie's trying to do, man. It's funny. It's funny because I say the same thing in my head. I'm like, what is this guy really think he's my promoter? You know what I mean? Yeah, act like he want me to fight the fight that he want me to fight, and nah, it don't work like that. I don't care what price he put on this fight or that fight. Exactly, you are not my promoter. We got our own thing going on. I'm very happy where I am. I'm very happy with what I am doing. You know, and that's just bottom line. I know the guy wants to have me on this table. I mean, who wouldn't? You know, I'm all around guy. I can talk the talk. I can walk the walk. I look the part, I act the part. You know, there's no other heavyweight champion like me, and I have the power to get any fighter out. You know, I specialize in knocking people out. You know, I'm a master of it. I know exactly what I'm doing. And so, you know, with that being said, I know he want to promote me. He want to get money off of me while he can until I get to his main man, you know. Which is understandable, but please stop. Just stop it. You know, we fight who we want to fight. We carry on like we want. We had many times where we could have got something done. You know, especially with the Dylan White thing and all that. That could have been done. All you had to do was add Joshua to the contract. Or all Dylan White had to do was fight Luis Ortiz. And Dylan White got me. There's nothing that I've never said that I didn't go through with. You know, that wasn't fair. I told him that if he beat him, I would fight him. I told him, that's Dylan White. I told Eddie if he add White to the contract of Joshua, I will fight him. I mean, that's easy. You know, I'm a man of my word. I keep my word. And that's what look what the situation with Joshua did. We said we would accept that low-balling contract, which I swallowed my pride, and I really did because I know I'm the best. I know that, all right, if they want to do me wrong, this is the way I'm going to go get it. So, but we told them it will be the next fight, not the next fight after. So they broke contract anyway, and now they want to fight someone else and still talking about signing the contract. It's not going to happen. You know, everything about that contract is so wrong. It's one-sided. It don't have nothing dealing with me in it. It don't benefit me for nothing. It's just I'm just showing up, getting some money. That's it. You know what I mean? And it ain't gonna be like that. So we couldn't accept that deal. After they took another fight, they already terminated the agreement because it was supposed to be for the next fight, not the next fight after. So, you know, God working mysterious ways. We move on, and here it is, baby. Boxing is so exciting, man. The heavyweight division is so well woken. It's so exciting, and I just want everybody to continue to make it exciting. All the contenders that's up and just waiting, you know, fight each other. You guys fight each other as well too. Continue to make it more exciting. Don't just wait on the champions to fight and then y'all try to hold you ground. It's just wait There's more contenders out there. There's more fights to be made. The heavyweight division is a small division, but you guys must stay active. You must continue to fight and not just wait on the champions. You know, both you contenders that's up in the top, you guys fight each other to show your worth, to show who you are, to give the people something to see. So when it's time to fight the champion, we both can make the most money as possible. We can get the fans what they want to see, and we can have a great night at the end of the night.
He called it all out. Tell me, I don't know if anybody's actually this directly, publicly. Do you think it's just Eddie Hearn that's scared of you, or do you think it's Eddie Hearn and Joshua? Because we know how this game goes. Because, like, as you know, I cover MMA and boxing. Like, I know a lot of people think Canelo's scared of a lot of people when it's De La Hoya. Do you think it's promoter and fighter, or just promoter? Because, like we said earlier, when you walk away for $50 million, somebody's scarred.
Most definitely. I truly believe in my heart to heart it's both. It's more so, of course, it's more so his promoters and the people that's around him than the actual fighter himself. But it's both. It's fear in both of them. You know, if not, then Joshua would have fought me. You know what I mean? Come on, man, $50 million with 50% split. That I told him that he's gonna regret for not accepting that money, and my words are golden, man. When I speak, they're powerful, you know, and a lot of things manifest when I speaking into the universe. And I told him that, and he's gonna see. He's gonna soon see as everything unravels and everything begins to unfold. He's gonna see that he missed out on a great opportunity. You know, with me making money. I don't understand this guy. You know, he said he wants to be the first boxing billionaire, which we already have that. But, you know, we trying to get him a head start with it. And he didn't even want to accept it, you know, when they're making excuses talking about fighting for his fans and saying that he was bluffing about the $50 million and he didn't really mean it and all these different things, man. You know, it's just a scared tactic that you use. You know, when you send somebody a contract and don't put the date nor venue and have it one-sided in a rematch saying that if I win, you know, Joshua's get a rematch, but if he beats me, then, you know, basically they move on. You don't do that. We're two champions. I'm the most prestigious, well-known fighter. I'm the most prestigious, I got the most prestigious, most well-known belt in all of boxing, and that's the WBC, you know. I'm the longest reigning champion. I'm the most exciting heavyweight in boxing, period. And my knockout itself, my record itself proves it all, you know. And these guys know that. And with that being said, I don't make excuses for no title fight. My whole goal is to unify the division. I want one champion, one face, one name. And that's all I want to see. I want to see who is the best. I said, I know I am. I want to prove to the world that I am, but I don't think the other person don't want to prove to the world that he's the best because he don't know if he's the best or not. His confidence level is very, very, very low. You know, he don't understand. He always talking about losing, and one day we'll lose, and one day when I lose, preparing myself. So it's always him preparing himself for that one day. And you know what? That one day is me. I am his one day. And when we meet in the ring, we damn right. One day, he will be on the campus sleeping, filled with dreams.
Now, I like how you laughed when you said the 50 mil and they when they turned that down, you kind of laughed. Was that a surprise to you, or did you kind of expect that response out of them?
Yeah, that was a big surprise to me. When I think about that. And how when I think about that amount and the terms of it and stuff like that, just that whole terms of $50 million with the 50% split, this is what fighters, this is what we work so hard for, to get in this very moment, to get in this very position, to be able to fight for money of that magnitude. That's life-changing money for generations on down to generations on down to generations. You can add a little bit. You can add another generation on to it if you invest your money well, to let your money make money. And that's a great offer for a fighter to have, to be the first boxer in history for a money of that amount up front like that is amazing, you know. And for him not take it was, you know, it's crazy. I smile because, you know, they're scared. It ain't no other reason not to take it but being scared. And we already know all the reasons. I've heard them all. I've known this, you know. And we still trying to make the fight, although certain things got out, although certain people talk, whether they want to admit it or not, you know, Joshua's not in control, not fully in control of his career, and it's other guys that has to get the approval of him to fight me, and until they're ready, then Joshua's not going to fight me. But the thing about it, they're not fighters. They're not the one that's going to be able to get in the ring and punch me. So why are you going to determine who's ready or not? This man he's a unified champion. He has to remain on the belt. How in hell is he not ready for another champion? When I look into the mirror and I see a heavyweight champion of the world, I see a man that's determined to beat every last person that's in the division. This is my kingdom. This is my territory. And all these guys in it, they're just lingering around. I'm gonna destroy every last one of them. I can't wait. And it's just the competitive mindset that I have for a champion. It's not me just being arrogant. It's not me that's being you know, overly confident, you know, in myself. There's no such thing when he's dealing with this game. You ain't no such thing as being overconfident, because you're gonna need the confidence. Because even when negativity enters your mind, or have you trained hard enough, or if you get hit, will you get knocked out, or you know, certain negativity come in your head, you got to have the confidence that overweigh all that to be able to say, nah, everything I've said, everything I'm thinking about, if it's negative, it shall not prosper. It's going to be the opposite. For that, I will apply to my opponent, and that's where the confidence come in. Because if you don't have that, if you don't have enough confidence of negativity to come in, you're not going to make it. You're not going to be a strong fighter nor a strong champion. And one day, like you said, that one day will come when one day someone will beat you.
It's pretty strong words right there, man. I mean, it's hard to argue with everything you're saying, man. You're making so much sense. It's just, you know, like you said, one day is going to happen. And I think the whole boxing world, man, I mean, any combat sport fan can't wait for this one to go down. They're just waiting for that announcement to hit the news wire. That's what we're all waiting for.
I'm just glad, champ, you fighting over here. Because as long as it's in America, your boy will be there. You know how we do it on Fight Week and stuff. And since I got you, can I come out to Birmingham and holler at you and your team again like I did a couple years ago?
Yeah, man. Anytime, man. Anytime. We're still growing in Alabama. It's a lot of things that we want to do for the states, especially dealing with boxing. And we're on the right path, you know, on the right path of doing what we want to do. We got a lot of more things to accomplish, but we're well encouraged. You know, there's been a lot of setbacks in my career. I never thought there'd be so many setbacks in my career. I remember one time thinking, like, my career was going so well. It was going smoothly. I was fighting multiples amount of times. That's when I was fighting like 6 times a year. And then just started going down the line with it, you know. And I remember, like, man, my career going good, you know, keep getting fights and stuff like that. You know, I hear other fighters, you know, go through trials and tribulations and stuff, and nothing's never happened to me, you know. And one day, you know, that situation, my trials and tribulations in boxing started to come to the forefront for myself in my career. And, you know, that was a whole nother situation right there. You know, if anyone hasn't had trials and tribulations in their career, just wait. Just keep fighting long enough, and you will see, whether it's in the beginning or whether it's later in the end. And a lot of fighters never wants to see it in the end, because that's when they've done everything they've done. They've made their highlights. They've made their money in the beginning. And if you don't keep control of it, stay focused in the end, it'll turn out bad for you. That everything you've gained, every respect you obtain, every money you gain can go to waste, can go down the drain. We see fighters over and over, years and years, that started out with something, made millions upon millions, and at the point of time in the present, they don't have nothing to show for it. And that's exactly what I'm not trying to be like. You know, there's so many examples that's been put in front of me for that. So at this point in time, we do the right things. We try to make sure everything is straight and go in there and give people the best fights possible. That's all I want to see as a champion. I just want to give the people the best fight possible. You know, I want to fight the best of the best. I know you can't fight the best all the time. In which that's okay to me. But when it's time for mega fights like this to happen, there's no need to keep brewing it. There's no need to keep, telling people this and that. No need to try to get more money out of the consumer. The fight is already big. I'm so sick and tired of people being so greedy. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it. We're going to make some great money, and that's going to be what it is. So many promoters and other people try to get money, and because there's so many different ways you can make money. There's so many different doors, that can be open to make money at boxing. Boxing is a very dirty business. It's a very dirty business. But it's a great sport. I enjoy being in it. I enjoy making memories and making histories up in it, and I'll continue to make history and great moments for me in the future for the future to come.
And before you get out, do you want to give people to send a message to them and close us out with the Bomb Squad?
Man, I just want to send a message to all my fans. All my fans, man, and even the ones that are just now joining me up on my quest, especially dealing with this situation that lies at hand with me, man. I just want to tell you guys, man, thank you guys so much for the support. America, here we come. The world, here we come. It's been a long journey for Deontay Wilder, and we're finally here. We had to go through so many things. I thought I was going to get the major fight, the big fight for you guys to witness the greatness of what the division has to offer. The division has to offer. One champion, one face, one name, that's Deontay Wilder. We couldn't make that happen, but we got more to come. Stay tuned. Boxing is just now heating up. It's getting exciting, and the heavyweight division is back, baby. All the big boys coming out to play, and I can't wait to get up in the mix again to be able to perform to my fans all over the world. So again, fans, I want to thank you guys so much. Stay in tune, stay patient. I know a lot of things going on, but at the end of the day, it's going to be one day where you tell your kids and their kids can tell their kids about the amazing, the great excitement that went on in 2018 and moving forward, how the heavyweight champion of the world did exactly what he said he would do, would be undisputed, undefeated, unified heavyweight champion of the world. I'm out of here, baby. God bless. Love you. Peace. Bomb Squad! Out.
Joining us on the Slip and Dip podcast. It's about damn time. One of my favorite people in the MMA game, covering the scene all over the world, really. He's always on a plane, always in a different city. You always see him with the mic asking questions. My man, Jim Edwards, finally on the Slip and Dip
How's it going, guys?
Finally. It's finally happening.
Yeah, how's it going? Is this my debut?
This is your debut. It's unbelievable.
Oh my God.
I can't believe
that.
Can't believe it took 62 episodes to get you on, but finally we're here. What's up, man?
Finally, I deemed you guys, good enough to have not only my face but also my voice projecting across your solid YouTube channel. But no, it's just been one of those things, hasn't it? We've just never been able to match up the schedules. I'm always on some different time zone, but now we've matched it up, and pleased to be speaking to you guys today. It's going to be a great card this weekend.
Absolutely, man. So obviously, right now you're coming to us from Los Angeles, where the Cena UFC 227 will be going down. Headlined by 2 title fights, obviously. TJ Dillashaw, Cody Garbrandt rematch. DJ Henry Cejudo rematch. So obviously those are 2 big fights. Lower weight classes. They don't bring the casuals like they should. But for hardcore fans, I think this is a pretty solid card. What do you think?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, those 2 title fights are about as solid as they come in the division, but I guess there's the underlying story in that we really should be seeing TJ versus DJ, but in the scenario that we weren't able to put that fight together, I think Cody Garbrandt versus TJ Dillashaw is obviously a fight we all want to see again. And DJ versus Henry, probably one of the better opponents you can put DJ up against these days. But yeah, no, it should be a solid card. There's also some good fights on the undercard, like the Cub Swanson also on there. So, you know, it's an interesting night of fights. And my guy Brett Johns as well from Wales, he's also going to be competing. So there's a bit of home interest for me as well there. But I'm certainly looking forward to next Saturday.
Jim, do you think that, and just the new conversation in MMA is who's the GOAT? Do you think that DJ has to move up to be considered the GOAT? Yeah,
man. I think, you know, we always say the reason that we don't consider DJ the greatest of all time is because he hasn't had the competition. Well, there's a load of 135-pounders who are arguably bigger than he is that he can go up and face. But at the first opportunity he got to do that, he didn't sign a contract. TJ Dillashaw was very much willing and like very much keen on putting that fight together, but it was DJ who didn't want to do it. So until he can prove that he can move up in weight and he can take on greater competition than he has done already, I find it very hard to make a case for him.
Yeah, exactly. And it's unfortunate because, you know, we've had this conversation a few times, and for me, it's like with DJ, he came in as the guy. Like he came in with the belt first, and he just cleaned out everybody. Whereas, you know, a guy like DC had a long list of champions, or like even a John Jones who had a long list of champions before him that he came and knocked off. Whereas DJ is knocking off all these guys that possibly could have held the belt had he came in the game, I don't know, like 2 years ago. You know, so
sure. I mean, like Matt, let me interject with. I mean, let's tell everyone the story of what happened after the last time DJ fought Henry Cejudo. So I mean, we're sitting there after the press conference. We go for a bite to eat in the MGM Grand. Henry Cejudo's there with his family after the fights. He's just been finished. I think what was it? First round? He got beaten by DJ.
Knee to the gut.
Yeah.
First round, the knee and elbows.
Yeah, man. About as dominant as it gets. And I mean, let's be fair, Matt. I think he recognised us because we were asking questions in the press conference to him.
Yeah.
And he came over to our table and basically sat down and had a bit of a heart-to-heart with us. And basically, you know, he was a bit of a broken man, I would say. I would go as far as saying that. And like, fair play. He's come back strong ever since, and he's racked up some great results, and he's looked better. But like, we don't need to see this again. We don't need to see this fight again. It was about as conclusive as it comes, and now we've just got another fight with DJ where he's probably going to win pretty handily this weekend. And I just don't see how it kind of adds to that legacy or adds to the argument that he's the greatest of all.
Yeah, and that was a pretty cool moment that you were mentioning there with Henry coming up to us like that, because even as broken as he was telling us, I know what I have to do next time. Like he really believed it.
Sure.
Like even in that moment, it wasn't like he was completely crushed. It was like, I know where I made a mistake. And people forget that as dominant as that was, he got DJ down. He took him down. I don't want to say easily, but there were some techniques there that he was putting on him that maybe if he'd switched up some things could be more effective this time around. But still, he got out of there in the first round. So there's a lot to prove this time around, and I don't know how much different it's really going to go. But DJ's DJ, man.
I mean, let me flip this on you guys. Are you guys excited to see this again?
You know, I don't know if I'm excited to see it again, but I don't know which other fight at 125 makes the most sense right now.
There isn't. He needed to fight TJ, and he didn't sign the contract. So, again, I'll just reiterate my point. That is why when Kendrick says to me, is he the GOAT? He's not the GOAT because he doesn't take, you know, he's not like Daniel Cormier who steps up and fights flipping Stipe Miocic, right? It's much easier to make a case for people like Daniel Cormier and even Conor, like when you know, moving up in weight, moving up against different opponents. Like DJ's basically the bully in the schoolyard, and he ain't moving up.
Right.
Thank you, UK Jim. I've been telling everybody that. I think because I cover more than one combat sport, and boxing, part of the lure is these guys are fighting 3 and 4 weight classes because there's more weight classes. But I think now the blueprint for being a GOAT for somebody in 2025 is you're going to have to do it in 2 weight classes.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, look at Floyd, perfect example. How many belts did he hold at different weights?
6.
It's like you say, man, 5. It's crazy. It's crazy. You have to make moves in this game, and everyone says that the UFC don't promote DJ and all that sort of nonsense. But DJ, a lot of the time, doesn't do himself any favors either. So, yeah, I feel like I'm being really harsh on DJ. And like, to be fair, he is one of the most exciting fighters. I do love watching him fight. You know, just some of the shit like he pulled off last year with that armbar, kind of flying armbar submission is why we watch him, why we really do enjoy watching him. But it doesn't stop it being frustrating when he doesn't take opportunities that are there on the table for him.
Who you got in the main event, man? I got Cody, and I keep telling Matt because I was there in New York when he lost. That's one of the first times I seen a high-level championship fight where the guy that got knocked out, I was like, the better guy didn't win the fight. That's no disrespect to TJ. I think Cody matches up with them, but it's a middle game, and if you can bait somebody to come at you with their hands down, which TJ did, hey, that's part of the game too. But if you're going skill for skill, I think Cody's got more tools than TJ. But TJ's got the mental game, and that's part of the game too.
Yeah, man, this is a really difficult fight to call because I always find it very awkward when their teammates training together. When you watch that back, you can see like they know 99% of the time what the other's going to do, and it's just on those rare occasions when like TJ slips through a head kick or Cody catches him, I think, with the right hand later on in the first round. It's one of those fights that you feel is razor tight to call, but again, like I've seen this fight before, and I saw TJ overcome adversity and take Cody out. I wouldn't be surprised if Cody wins this fight on Saturday, but I've seen it before. I think TJ's only going to get better, and I just feel that TJ has a few more kind of weapons to his game than Cody does, and that's why I'm going to pick TJ again. But yeah, I mean, like I was saying earlier, I'm not particularly excited about TJ versus Henry, but this one, man, this is worth like pretty much the pay-per-view alone because I could see it going the distance, and I think it's going to be an intriguing fight. There's a lot on the line, not only titles, but also kind of pride and a lot of personal things going on here. So we'll see if they kind of flare up during fight week again. But this is fight of the week 100%. It should be headlining, and I just can't wait for it.
Absolutely, man. It's one of those fights I feel whoever gets caught first, and I don't think we're ever going to prove who's the better of these two fighters. I think it's one mistake, and I think they're like mirror images of themselves. Obviously, they have a little bit different techniques, but I think these guys could fight 20 times and it goes 10 and 10. I don't think that there's one that's necessarily that much better than the other. But hopefully, it turns into a trilogy. I want to see Cody clip him, get the belt back, and then they run it back a third time because I think that's the best matchup. Obviously, besides DJ moving up and fighting. I think that's the best case. I do want to ask you this before we get to the other man. Looking back at last week's card was a free card on TV. Champions across, not champions across the board, but Jose Aldo, Jeremy Stevens. You had, obviously Poirier and Eddie. And then it comes out that was the lowest rated Fox card. What does that tell you about the state of the sport?
Not much. I think if we see this happening, if we see a pattern developing, and we see kind of this happening an awful lot, because I mean that was a crazy card on Saturday, but you've also got to consider this is like peak holiday season across the world. It's there's a lot of kind of external variables that we can't you've got to chuck in the mix there. Like people. I'd be interested to see how much coverage like Fox Sports are giving in terms of advertisements on their platforms when they're about to lose the rights as well. There's just so many kind of like external factors you can't really. This isn't an isolated event. If it happens, if this happens and it's terminal and this keeps on happening, I'm going to be a bit worried for sure. But I think just taking one data set and just one data point, you can't read too much into it. Like you guys said, that was a hell of a card on Saturday. I think there'll probably be a lot of replay kind of people watching it later on when they find out how good it really was. I mean, that main event was crazy. JJ coming back and winning, absolutely loved that. Just everyone's writing her off already. But man, she's as he says, she's the strawweight queen. I think she's going to get another shot of Rose Namajunas. And there was just so much to unpack after that fight card. And like you guys say, it's a bit worrying that ratings were down, but I wouldn't read too much into it just yet.
Yeah, that's true. It's good, very good points, my man. That's why I threw the question at you. But yeah, so obviously enjoy your time out there at UFC 227, man. Let's try to get together after the fact to recap all the madness, and of course, I know you'll be heading to our neck of the woods for UFC 228.
Oh man,
so can't wait for that.
Mate,
band back together.
Mate, Darren Till, mate, he's coming, mate.
Darren Till, your man.
Oh my god, this is gonna be This is going to be I can't even describe. I can't even get my words out. It's going to be big. It's going to be huge. I can't wait for it. Tyron Woodley, Darren Till. You can't beat that.
Yeah, man. It works out perfectly. It's going to be a hell of a fight card, that one too. So we'll see it, man. We'll let you get back to your I guess your mini vacation ahead of 227. So
no, mate. No days off. No days off. I'm about to put up a big interview with Michael Venom Page. So everyone go check that out. That'll be on my Twitter and YouTube later on. So
MMA Knits.
Everywhere, mate.
Okay, all right. So obviously, the people out there that don't know Jim, obviously you should know Jim if you're watching or listening to this podcast. At MMA_Jim on Twitter and
everywhere,
Instagram, and all the good things. And of course, the outlets you write for: MMA Net, The Independent. What else? I know it's the Mirror,
and Fighters Only as well now.
Oh yeah.
I've got a big story coming up with Paul Felder next month, so I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really kind of proud of that story. It's one of the best stories I've written. So. That'll be out in Fighters Only magazine next week.
Very nice, man. Very nice. Look forward to it, man. Thanks for the
Good
time
stuff,
today, my man. And we'll catch up with you again soon.
Enjoy the fights, guys.
All right, man. Take it easy.
Bye. Nice one.
Please welcome to the Slip and Dip podcast, making a second appearance. UFC strawweight Angela Overkill Hill. Miss Angela, thanks for joining us. Are you ready for that UFC fight night that you gonna be part of 1 month, like 1 month from like this week?
Yeah, it's coming up soon. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm super ready. I've been ready since March, so I'm excited to get back in there. I hate being out of the cage for too long.
Yeah, for sure. You had the fight against Alexa fall through and Courtney Casey stepping up. So what do you think about Courtney? She's on a 2-fight losing streak, so this is like a big opportunity for her. So how do you feel about her as an opponent?
I didn't think she lost that last fight, but it was really close. So it could have gone either way. So even though she's in a 2-fight losing streak, I know she's tough. I know she's game, and I know she's like gonna come forward. She's not gonna run from me the whole time. So yeah, I've been looking to fight her for a while. Ever since I feel like I've always tried to call out people that made JoJo look bad because I have like a personal vendetta against her. I'm like, dude, no, y'all don't know what Muay Thai looks like if that's what you like. But yeah, I felt like she did really well against her. She did really well against a lot of people and just ended up not getting the nod. So she's really tough. She's going to be a good test, and I'm looking forward to getting that win and climbing up the rankings, get closer to that title shot.
It is a 2-part question from me, Angela. One, what's the vendetta with JoJo about? Give us the real deal with that. And then 2, do you think she might be more desperate trying to get a win, the fact that she's on that 2-fight win streak? So you're going to fight her, not only a talented fighter, but a desperate fighter.
With the JoJo thing, it's just like silly drama from the house. Like, I thought we were cool, and then it ended up us not being cool, and I didn't know until like after the show. So that's all it is. I just want to beat her up in front of people and just kind of squash the beef. But she's 25 now, so it's whatever. But yeah, with Courtney Casey coming off of 2 losses, like yeah, she's gonna be game. But I think everyone's better after they lose, depending on like how much their head is in it. Like, I feel like a person like her, she's gonna like go back and try to fix everything that she messed up with, and just try to do everything that she did well with better the next time around, so she could secure that win. But that ain't gonna stop me. Like, it's better when the person comes after me, because that's when I shine. I mean, even with the Andrade fight, like I lost that one, but everyone was very impressed with the way I dealt with that, with her pressure, and I feel like a lot of my knockouts come off of people who pressure forward as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to her being desperate and walking into one of my punches.
Make sure she doesn't walk into a 12-6 elbow, though, right?
I know how to angle it, so it's like 1 to 7. So
there you go.
I know how to tweak the rules a little bit.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that that's still illegal, considering it's like damn near unanimous across the board that everybody in power, all the fighters are like, this is so stupid, and yet the rule is not changed.
And in fact, that he hit him in the head, he hit him in the shoulder. That's why I was tripping.
Yeah.
I thought you could still do it if you didn't hit somebody in the head. Because that used to be, oh, it's in the head. He didn't hit the head clearly. So that's what kind of threw me off last night watching it.
Yeah, I think a lot of kind of not clear with the rules. Like I know, I was surprised when I found out you couldn't stomp people like on the ground, like not their face but like their body. Like you can't stomp anything. Like if they're like laying on the ground and you stomp their leg, like you can't do that. So I was kind of surprised when I found that out, and that was like recently. So luckily I hadn't done it in a fight yet. But there's a lot of like little, just not even gray areas, but rules that people don't necessarily know like all the details to. So I honestly think like Eddie wasn't trying to break the rules because avoided his head and went for the collarbone, which is like a Muay Thai technique. Like I've seen somebody like dislocate someone's shoulder by aiming for this thing, whatever this is.
Your collarbone?
Yeah. Oh yeah, clavicle.
Clavicle, collarbone, yeah.
They aim for that, and like if you snap that or fracture that, it'll like deaden your entire arm. So I feel like he was trying to do something like that, and then he didn't realize it was the head. But like Eddie was doing all sorts of crazy shit in there, so it's not like that's like a bad example to use when you're gonna debate the 12-6 elbow case. But yeah, I think it's a silly rule. I think you can do it in Thailand, you should be able to do it in MMA.
Yeah. On that particular instance, did you see I know you're very, very active on social media. Did you see the GIF going around with the angle of Mark Henry like calling for it? Did you see that? Did you see that angle? Yeah, it was like right as he's pressing up against the fence, you can kind of see Eddie kind of looking over at Mark, and Mark is like making the gesture of throwing an elbow downwards, and then he does exactly what Mark was gesturing to do, and then that cost him the position. It's kind of crazy, but again, it's the rule. It's so stupid.
He said, "Don't do that," and then he looked at him and did it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, Mark Henry, like he was calling for it. Like Mark Henry was calling for it. Like hit him with the elbow, and then he does the exact same motion that Mark Henry's doing in the corner. Yeah, and I guess he didn't mean literally throw 12-6, but who knows?
So funny. Yeah, maybe it was a miscommunication.
Yeah, exactly.
And the fighter or something. He's like, "Oh, I could do that. All right, boom."
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. But speaking of social media and stuff, let's talk about your show that you've got with your friend, the Two Straws.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. You guys are hilarious. I gotta say.
Oh, thank you.
Who does the editing? Who does the editing for you guys with the images and stuff?
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I got a graphics team. Me and my husband, we both went to art school, so like we can like whip up little photoshops real quick. And then Jessica brings like the professionalism to it. So I'll do like a total hot take on a fight, and then she'll like break it down like piece by piece and say what this person's done, what they're most likely to do. So it's a good dynamic. I really like the way that we've been able to flow together and just like crank out a few shows. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Like I'm still debating if we're gonna do a show while I'm in camp, just because it's like it's kind of like a lockdown time where I can't party, can't like drink or anything. I'm just like focusing on the fight and playing video games. Boring, but I'm still debating if we're gonna put one more out. But we're definitely putting more out after the fight.
Nice. He help us get the other straw onto the slip and dip.
I know. You gotta hit her up, man. Gotta hit her up.
Yeah, there's one of the episodes. I forget which one it was, but you went off on like this Cookie Monster little impersonation, and I was drinking something, and I literally spit up like all over my screen because it was so unexpected that you kept going on it. I was like, "Holy shit, that's so funny!" It's good. I enjoy it.
We like to have fun on Two Straws because nobody's watching, so why not? It's a fun. We just fucking trash everyone on there. Yeah, no, it's definitely been fun. It's been a good outlet for me because I get to be like creative and we just get to like kind of voice our opinions, and we have a small group of dedicated viewers, so they love it. We've gotten like pretty much like 99% positive reviews so far, so I think as long as you keep things funny, you can always talk a little bit of shit and people enjoy it. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
What you think about the fight last night with JJ getting her hand raised against Tisha?
What did I think about it?
Yeah, what do you think about the fight?
It was I think Tisha actually tried to do what she did to me when we fought, and it didn't work because when we fought, I was 2-0, and Joanna has a lot of experience with people trying to take her down. So yeah, I think it was a bad strategy. Like, I still feel like the best way to beat Joanna is on the feet. When you try to take someone down who focus so much energy on takedown defense and they're so big in there, like, you're gonna drain your energy trying to drag them to the floor. And then, like, once you get them down, like, you used all your energy trying to get them down there. She's only used half her energy defending it, so she can pop back up. So the whole time I'm like, dude, she's like on that takedown, but as soon as she gets it down, she's gonna pop back up. And it didn't even get that far. But yeah, I just thought it was a bad game plan. She should have tried to, like, hit and move like she usually does, and tried to, like, beat her on the punch. I mean, there were little moments like Tisha got in, like, past Joanna's range, just made the fight dirty. And I think if she had, like, hit and move and then gone in a couple times and just, like, just, like, got in there, I think she would have done a lot better, and maybe even, like, hit Joanna's chin a little bit with that. So yeah, I think Joanna's still, like, really impressive when it comes to takedown defense, and I still feel like, that's the only way to beat her right now is just to hit her. Gotta hit her.
What do you think about the state of your division? I recently talked to Rose at the ESPYs, and she basically, like, I'm just waiting for a challenger while I heal up to emerge. So what do you think about that?
There's challenges. there's a bunch of them. I think Andrade deserves a shot. Like, she's destroyed everyone except for Joanna, and like, the only other person who's beaten Rose recently is Carolina, but she can't get past Claudia. She couldn't get past Claudia. So yeah, I think definitely Andrade is the most deserving strawweight right now for that title fight.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see. What did you make of? I don't know if you saw Joanna's comments after the fight. Did you see what she was saying about how basically everyone still needs to bow down, even though she lost to Rose twice? And what do you make of that?
I don't know. I can see her point. Like, yeah, she beat a bunch of people in top 5, but at the same time, like, you have to kind of accept where you went wrong. And I don't know. It is what it is. Like, the second fight was closer, but it wasn't close enough to score for Joanna. I felt like I thought it was clearly Rose's fight in the second one. And I think, who knows? Like, she knows herself best. Like, but I feel like the weight cut is too much for her, and she literally, like, mummifies herself to get to 115. Like, they should call her the mummy queen or something. Like, that's the queen she is. Because it's just, like, it's really scary when you see her post, like, a couple days before the fight. Like, she's so skinny. Like, you can, her elbow bone is bigger than her bicep, So it's just, like, it's scary to see because she's very mentally tough. So it's scary to see what she puts herself through to make weight. And I feel like that's the perfect setup for someone seriously getting hurt when they do that weight cut. Someone who is just so determined to make the weight just because they've done it before. I think it's gonna be, like, kind of scary moving forward for her. Like, if she continues to try to make weight at 115, even though she's had, like, a lot of rough weight cuts.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be interesting to see how things shake out with her, considering the 2 losses in a row, and then like you were saying, like, she has that resume where she's cleaned up pretty much the whole division for the most part. I mean, there's still some fighters she hasn't fought, Namely
Can't
you.
fight me yet.
Exactly. She ain't got an interview yet.
Yeah,
you
but
know.
I'm hoping with this next fight, people start looking at me as someone that's part of the conversation. Like, Ansaroff did pretty well this week. She kind of fought a lazy fight, I thought, but she still pulled off that win. And sometimes that's what people do. Like, when I see a fight like that, I'm like, shit, I should just sit back and wait for people to come to me and just pop them when they come in, and then like just sit back some more. Like it's really frustrating sometimes when I see how people chill in fights and close to that win. But at the same time, like I'm happy that someone that I beat is moving up in the rankings. Or someone that beat me. I wish. He is moving up in the rankings. So yeah, I'm just happy to keep getting fights with people that are known, because that's another thing. My wins, they keep dropping off of the rankings, and people suddenly don't know who they are, the people that I beat. So a win over someone like Courtney Casey is going to put me in the conversation and hopefully give me a fight with someone like one of the girls early in my career that I wasn't necessarily ready for, like Tisha or Carla or Rose. So that's what I'm hoping. And, I'd fight Joanna tomorrow. She's always been someone that I've had my eyes on, and I felt like I was a good matchup for her.
How big a deal is to get some momentum? So, because, once to get that mix, you got to get some momentum. Like, I know you alternate win-losses since you've been in the UFC. That's something that sticks in your head, or that's kind of like you just block it out and you just focus and try to build on what you're at now?
You really got to not think about it, because it's the whole win-loss thing. Like, it's a 50-50 chance you're gonna win or lose. And like I said, I thought I won the Ansaroff fight, but I didn't. And I can't say it and will it to be a win. Like, I just have to move on from that and perform better next time. And if I can work towards getting a finish, that takes all doubt out of it. That takes all the don't leave it to the judges, is what they always say. But it sucks, but it's true. Like, that's the way to secure that win, is to finish a person, and then there's no doubt in your mind that I beat him. So that's really my goal, is to get towards where I can knock people out or drop them, jump on top of them, submit them, do something, just get them out of there, so I don't even have to look at the judges' scores. And, and then that's the goal. And once I get to that point where I'm that skilled that I can do that, and more than one fight in a row, then that's when I'm going to start getting those contender fights, getting the interim belt fight, getting so that's my goal, really. And whether I'm winning or losing the decision, as long as I'm working towards finishing people and being the most dangerous person in there, then that's like the best contingency plan for me.
Got you. Do you seeing someone like Anthony Lionheart Smith on the guy side kind of motivate you? Like, the dude's got 41 fights, they're calling him a prospect, but he's finishing all these people, kind of what you alluded to, and he's getting people's attention. Do you think something like that, like being the female version of that, is kind of what you're shooting for?
Like who? Smith?
Anthony Lionheart Smith.
Yeah. I mean, him exactly. I see people like him. I see people like Jeremy. People like Max Holloway. All those guys. They try not to go to decision. The more they finish people, the less likely that's going to happen, where they get like some kind of robbery or some kind of doubt in their mind where they felt like they did more damage, but for whatever reason, the rule set or the scoring system still lost the fight. So yeah, like I take inspiration from all those guys who are finishing people, and I'm just like, all right, there's a way that you can do it, and I just gotta fucking go out there. Yeah.
So you think you got a chance?
Wait, what'd you say?
Like they said in the movie, so you think you got a chance?
Yeah.
Yeah. So can you? I know you won't reveal the full deal, even if you've already got it planned out. But can you give us any hint as to what you'll be doing at weigh-ins this time around?
I don't know, man. It's such a clusterfuck trying to get anything past those guys. They always have their eyes on me. Like if I'm like reaching in my pocket for a piece of gum, they're like, "Oh, pulling out. What you got there? What is that? Is that Reebok?" You know,
some Reebok gum.
Is that Reebok?
I know you have to something. So I don't know. We'll see. I might do something. Maybe I'll just get in their face and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat you up. I'm so mean." You know. So we'll see. We'll see. I usually make that decision like fight week. Like I'll be sitting around bored in my hotel room, and I'm like, "Oh, you know what'd be funny?" So we'll see.
Very cool, very cool. I'm looking forward to it. I know it's gonna be something crazy. If you can get it by him, that's the thing. You gotta be able to stick it by him. Maybe you should just print out a Reebok logo and just like attach it to whatever prop you plan on.
I know. Well, that's what I keep saying. I even tried to email them and just be like, "Hey, I'm planning on doing this. Can I get it approved?" And then I didn't hear a response until the day until like literally like 5 minutes before I was about to walk out on stage. They're like, "You can't do that. We just got the response to your email." So
yeah.
So like, all right. I see you guys are gonna actually work with me. You're just gonna say you're gonna work with me. So whatever. It's.
What about, do you have a custom shirt in the works? We've seen a lot more fighters, get the custom Reebok shirts, like not necessarily champions. Like a lot of guys are starting to get their own shirts now. So do we have anything in the works in that regard?
Not that I know of.
All right.
I need to headline or something first before that happens.
Yeah. Sean O'Malley's got one. He's not headlining. He did,
and his costs more than Daniel Cormier's, which is crazy.
Well, have you seen Daniel Cormier's shirt?
Have
you seen the new Daniel Cormier shirt? Yes. Come on, man.
Oh, the graphic design on that shirt's so bad.
That would have got an F. That would have got an F in my graphic design class.
Yeah, I could have done that my first year at school, man.
Right. That's so crazy.
Wow.
It's true.
Wow.
Xerox machine and a few photographs. Like they could have done better than that.
Yeah, that was like, we need something right now, and it was like, oh, our designer's out for the weekend, and they just stuck somebody on there.
It was actually Dana put that together. Use some kind of iPhone app.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, that's pretty pathetic. But I don't know. Maybe after this one, you need to get in their ear and be like, hey, I need an Overkill T-shirt.
I know, right? Well, I got my own shirt, and it's pretty badass. So if you guys want to Overkill like T-shirt of me ripping people's heads off and eating their intestines and shit like that, like it's at crown.com. You can find the link in my Instagram story thing that I posted up. I'll post it again, but yeah.
I was gonna try to find it real quick, but yeah, it's on your Instagram page.
It's like metal themed. It's me as like this big monster, kind of like Attack on Titan or something like that if you're in the anime. And I'm picking up these little chicks and just like ripping them apart.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Kind of I go for it with my T-shirts, like standing on a pile of skulls and something like that.
Nice, very nice. Any more cosplay adventures going on? I saw you guys out there with the Final Fantasy VII get-ups.
Yeah.
Doing the In My Feelings challenge and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we did like some, I don't even remember the name of the dance challenge, but we did like a dance challenge last year, me, Jess, and our girl Paulina Granados. So we were like, oh, we got to do a dance challenge this year. What's hot right now? But yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. We dressed up. I made all the weapons. I made them like make their outfits for their characters, and then like we all head downtown and had some drinks. It was like my final hurrah before the fight. So yeah, a lot of fun.
Nice. So you made all the weapons yourself? They're pretty. They look pretty legit.
Yeah,
especially the one you had for your Barrett get up.
Yeah, I was super excited because look at what I have here.
Nice. There it is.
Oh, I happen to be sitting around. I was really excited because I figured out how to make it spin. So
yeah.
So yeah, that was like my highlight. I was just walking downtown like so, that was the highlight of my month right there.
That's legit. That's legit. That's legit.
Man.
See, that kind of stuff, it connects with people. And I like DC said, you know, just stay broke for all these people that don't want to get on this train of, you know, showing your personality, you know.
Yeah.
Because that's so important.
As long as it's genuine, like if it's something you're actually interested in, and like DC is he's a pro wrestling nerd, right? So
Yeah.
that's what he's interested in, and he figures out a way to promote himself in that way, and more power to him. That's awesome. For me, like, I think it's cool to watch, but like, I don't know, I wasn't into it when I was a kid, so it was like kind of hard for me to like, you know, connect with those like wrestling like groupies or whatever. But it's still cool. Like, it's cool to watch. I would totally get into it. Like, I love that whole acting aspect of it, like, I'm mean, do illegal stuff, and the ref's not gonna see it. Eddie Alvarez would make a good pro wrestler.
and so, what do you think what Dow needs to do about getting this fighters union? Like, because like me and Matt talked about this last week, but a lot of people are not talking about. Everybody keep talking about the problem about the $1.2 billion the UFC's getting, but people are talking about the $1.2 billion none of y'all getting.
Wait, what was the question?
People are talking about the $1.2 billion the UFC's getting for the ESPN deal, but nobody's talking about the $1.2 billion none of the fighters are getting because y'all not in on the deal because y'all don't got a fighters union. You think how big a deal you think that is, and that people are not really taking that seriously? It's literally costing you billions of dollars.
I don't think people aren't taking it seriously. I think people are still in that mindset where everyone's trying to get their own piece of the pie right now. And, you know, it sucks. Like, someone like me, like, I don't even have my own shirt. Like, what am I going to do? Who am I going to influence to start a union? But I think once you get the people up top saying, okay, let me give back to the people who are making way less than me, and let me, you know, try to manifest this thing that everyone's working towards, I think that's when you're going to start seeing some change. And, you know, Leslie made a little bit of leeway with her stance, and she was able to get something going with, like, with, what was it, the workers, the national, like, workers, whatever, union thing.
Yeah, like the National Labor Union. Yeah.
Yeah, National Labor.
Yeah.
So
I forget the official name, but yes.
Leeway. I think Favorite was called in, so it kind of got held up. But she's making progress, and it's actually more than I thought I'd see while I was fighting. So yeah, I think the more people are checking away at it, the more likely it's gonna happen. For me, like personally, I'm just trying to, you know, get my piece of the pie, get my notoriety, just trying to fight my way to the top, and that's my main concern right now. And then, you know, hopefully it gets better. the more money MMA makes, and the more popular it becomes.
Very cool. I found the T-shirt, by the way, so I have it up on the screen for those who are watching on YouTube. It's pretty legit. Pretty legit. A lot of blood. A lot of blood, a lot of dead bodies.
I don't know if Reebok would touch that. I mean, there's even a dead titty on there, so yeah. Maybe I'll send it to the graphic design team. They'll put like a filter over it and just be like, it's good.
It's legit, though. It's legit.
I'm looking at your picture now on your Twitter with you with your hand and Jessica now. Your squad picture.
The Final Fantasy one?
Yeah, the squad picture.
Yeah, it's pretty legit. That's good stuff.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. I had to stop myself from posting like 20 pictures on there. I was like, all right, stop. People are here for your fighting.
So when do you officially, you know, shut it down and focus on fight mode, like hop off of social media? When does that start for you?
I usually try to post like once a day or once every other day or something like that, you know, just showing my progress, or like, oh, I'm ready, hey guys, what's up, like, don't forget. So yeah, that's usually what I do to help promote the fight. Some people, like my opponent, don't do that, so so pressure's on.
Shots fired at Courtney Casey.
I'm watching you. So yeah, it's sometimes I get a little frustrated, but you know, and at the end of the day, like all checks cash the same. Like it's not about how many followers you have; it's about like how many wins you get. So yeah, I try to do that for my fans to keep them engaged and keep them like excited about the fight. But for the most part, I'm just chilling. I'm not trying to do too much in the next 4 weeks. I'm just going to the gym, coming home, chilling, rehabbing, going back to the gym, coming home, sleeping, and repeat until fight week. So.
Well, boom. There it is. August 25th. It's going down. Angela Hill versus Courtney Casey. Angela, thank you for the time. Thanks for coming back on the show once again.
Appreciate it.
It's always fun hanging out with you and catching up with you.
We look forward
to having me again.
We look forward to having you again when you get that win, because when you ball, you get the call. So after you get that win, we got to have you on so you can tell us what happened and how it went down, how you got that hand raised.
Yeah. Well, last time you told me that and I won, so I guess I have to.
Just saying. You know.
So again, go make it twice. But yeah, no, I'm a ball for sure.
All right, we'll be watching for sure. And like Kendrick said, we'll hit you up again after you get your hand raised, and we'll talk all about it again. So thanks for coming on again on the Slip and Dip podcast. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right, thanks guys. Have a good one.
All right, take it easy.